Hey, happy Monday to you. Matt Buckley, the Chief Investment Strategist here at WCI, or Wealth Creation Investing. And man, I wish I should have knocked this video out yesterday because probably mid-afternoon yesterday, it was announced that Spain was coming up with a bailout package for their banks. And immediately Asia rallied and the U.S. futures went through the roof. And if our market was open yesterday, I would have sold the hell out of that rally. And this isn't me looking in the rearview mirror now because our Dow popped 96 points. We're down 36 points. I knew this was going to happen, folks, because let's make some sense of this. So markets rallied initially on what is just stupid news. Like we talked about last week, the market is rallying on horrible news, and then when it realizes it's horrible news, it pulls back. Does everybody understand? That's a key investing fundamental. And if you trade live with me each week at WCI, you'll learn these things. As a matter of fact, you can join us this Wednesday night at 9 p.m. We're going to do it after market hours so we can have a lot more folks join us. Go to wealthcreationinvesting.com/WCWO-opt-in. That's Wealth Creation with Options -opt-in, and we're going to talk about how you can trade with me live each week, once a week, and experience some pretty cool gains. Matter of fact, one of the portfolios I manage was up nearly $16,000 in the merry month of May. It wasn't too merry for a lot of you folks out there. May was the worst market performance in 2 years in the market, and we, on a $50,000 model portfolio, returned over 30%. Let's take a look at one of the portfolios I manage that I started managing on March 1st, and let's go to today. What's today? June 11th, and see how we're doing on $50,000 model portfolio. Check this out. I mean, that's just under 50% performance in, call it, 3.5 months. Absolutely incredible. So we're going to help you build wealth with options because I understand days like today can absolutely be frustrating. So Spain decides to bail out its banks. I have a question for you. Who's going to bail out Spain? Does that make sense? It's kind of like Spain is the United States in 2008. They're starting to realize that a lot of their banks are too big to fail, and guess what? They're having to bail them out. Who's going to bail out the Spanish government? The yields on their debt are going through the roof, meaning nobody wants to buy their debt. So if nobody buys Spain's debt, they're on their way to being Greece. And Spain is Europe's 4th largest economy, ladies and gentlemen. So that's not good news. Okay, so initially, as you can see, the Dow rallied and then it sold off because normal people or smarter people knew to sell this rally. And that's what mom and pop usually do. Oh, geez, the Spain issues are going away. I'm going to buy at the open. And that's what happened. The market went up 96 points, and then it promptly corrected to negative territory. There is nothing good on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen, to bring this market up, period. I'm telling you that as a fact. We have Greek elections coming up on, I believe, the 17th. We had France. French had some parliamentary elections yesterday that, let me see, didn't even make... It made some news, but unless you're looking for it, you probably didn't see it. It's probably somewhere out there. It was on Market Watch yesterday. But the left... the guy who booted Sarkozy out, Hollande, his leftist party won most of those seats. So guess what? So not only is the front office going to be run by a socialist who's anti-austerity or anti-grown-up, but also the parliament's going to go that way too. And the same thing's probably going to happen in Greece. So the rest of June is going to be an absolute train wreck. Guess what? It was also kind of a page A26 story over the weekend, but Moody's. Anybody remember what happened last year when Timmy Geithner had to hop in his car and drive over to Capitol Hill and say, hey, we need to raise our limit on our credit card, right? Hey, we need to increase our debt ceiling. What happened? Moody's downgraded. We lost our AAA credit rating. Everybody remember that? Just absolutely unbelievable for these United States of America to lose our credit rating. And that was right around here. What happened? Just absolute huge sell-off in the market. And it's going to happen again, folks. So Moody's said for now, we're going to keep our AAA plus or whatever it is, embarrassing credit rating, but they warned that they have us on a negative outlook. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Moody's negative outlook. Let's negative watch, negative outlook. Let's try that because they came out, and this is critical, folks. So again, you have got to let's do USA. You have got to be thinking strategically. Yeah, here we go. Nope, that's last year. Let's see what's going on. It was I read it yesterday. Trust me, folks. The Moody's came out and said, "Yeah, we have our eye on you, and we're going to reevaluate very shortly whether or not you're going to keep your AAA credit rating." What's that do to volatility? So you see this chart right here? Guess what? If you overlaid a copy of the VIX, I want to compare it to. Let's see if I can. Well, let's just do this. Let's pull up the VIX. The volatility index. Even if you don't trade options, folks, and you're just trading equities or forex or whatever it is, you have got to know what the VIX is doing. It's the volatility index. So last year when we saw the SPX absolutely take a dive off the cliff, what did volatility do? It went through the roof. And if you don't have positions on, like we do in our wealth creation with options model portfolio, that are long-term bullish on volatility while being a little short-term bearish, selling some front-month upside calls, you're nuts. You've got to be long-term bullish volatility because even though the VIX is trading right now at 21-ish, this is incredibly cheap. Let's take a look. If I'm saying Spain is our 2008, let's take a look at our 2008 and what happened to volatility. My gosh, look at that. We were as low as 16-ish, which is, we're kind of hanging around the upper teens, lower 20s today. Look at that. We got as high as almost 100 on the VIX, folks. Anybody, if you were trading back then, you remember that. And then look what happened, obviously, like I said, with the debt crisis. Look at this. The VIX is cyclical. Hey, world peace is broken out. Nothing bad can happen ever again. Spike, European debt issue. Nothing bad can ever happen again. World peace. U.S. loses its credit rating. Nothing's going great. QE 1, 2, 3, quantitative easing. World's going to end. Okay, folks, so if you don't know how to trade this market, I strongly recommend you join us this Wednesday night at 9 p.m., that's June 13th, for a Wealth Creation with Options webinar with me. So go to this page, wealthcreationinvesting.com/WCWO-opt-in, and make sure you get on board, because I'm going to talk about volatility. I'm going to talk about the strategic events that are going on in today's market and how you can really potentially build wealth and create wealth with options. So I got to get back to trading. I'm just absolutely loving trading these past couple weeks. May was the worst month in 2 years in the market, screamed CNBC, and then last week or the week before, whatever it was, they're like, it's the best market performance in a couple. It cracks me up. If your neck hurts, it shouldn't. If your neck hurts from the whiplash of this market, you're trading wrong. On a day like today, your screen needs to look like a Christmas tree. Some strong greens, some light greens, some pinks, and some reds. If you're all green or all red today, you're doing it wrong. And I'm telling you, you're doing it wrong. No offense, but you're doing it wrong. So join me Wednesday night at 9. Okay, folks, I got to get back to trading. Lots going on in the market, and I hope to see a lot of you guys and gals Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Have a great couple days, and I'll see you then.